This is the MSI Cyborg 14. It features the i7-13620H processor, one of MSI's more budget-friendly gaming laptops. In particular, I think this is going to be a potentially good laptop for a high school or college student, primarily because it's got a very gamery aesthetic. It's very light and portable, and it's got a pretty good quality display. Now, there are some drawbacks to this laptop that you definitely need to be aware of. It's only a 45-watt TDP on the RTX 4050 or 4060 laptop GPU, which is on the low side, like the lowest power that GPU can use. And if you give a GPU that low of juice, you're just not getting the full performance out of it. So I just think that when you look at this Cyborg 14 versus the competition, you're probably gonna want to pay less for this one than those other laptops that might be fully powered on the RTX 4050 and 4060. So that's one thing. Now, you're also gonna wanna keep in mind at how much RAM your Cyborg 14 comes with when you buy it. If it only comes with 8 gigs of RAM, that's not ideal. You probably want 16 gigs. I don't know how much this is gonna come with. The big thing about the Cyborg 14 versus the Cyborg 15 is that the Cyborg 14 comes with a much better display. We've got 16:10 aspect ratio, 14-inch laptop that is 1920 by 1200 resolution, and it should be over 300 nits brightness, 144 Hz IPS 100% sRGB display. So that's gonna be much more vibrant, much better to game on, better to enjoy your content with, and potentially create content with. And the display on the Cyborg 15 is just about as bad as a gaming laptop comes with. So the Cyborg 14, better display, better brightness, better color gamut, and it basically is the MSI Stealth 14 chassis, very similar to the Stealth 14 chassis, but with a translucent bottom and a single fan design. So you're really not going to get tremendous performance out of this, especially under a dual workload where your CPU and GPU are running on the same single fan. I don't know why they don't go with dual fans, obviously to save money and provide a product at a cheaper price point. So this will probably be one of the cheapest gaming laptops that money can buy in 2024, especially in the 14-inch category segment. So that's probably the biggest thing that this laptop's gonna have going for it, is the low price. So the ports on the right side, we have a USB-A 3.2, and then we have a USB-C 3.2. No power delivery on here, but we do have DisplayPort 1.4 support. Then we have an HDMI 2.1, but it only supports 4K 30 output, which I don't really understand. We have our power adapter port there. Then we have our Ethernet port here on the back. On the left side, we have a headset port and then another USB 3.2 Gen 1 USB-A. So for a 14-inch laptop, these ports are not great. They're not terrible, but they're mediocre, maybe slightly below average is the way I would describe the ports. Definitely, this is a budget laptop. I would only recommend this laptop probably when it is on sale or at a very good price point, but it's certainly, I think, a step up from the Cyborg 15, primarily because of the display quality being that much better. Certainly a lot better display than the Cyborg 15 from 2023, which was probably the biggest gripe I had with that laptop, aside from the low power on the GPU and CPU. There's the MSI Cyborg 14. Be sure to subscribe for more laptop videos here at CES 2024. Probably gonna make like 50, 60 videos for this week. That's it for this one. We'll see you in the next one. Brandon, out.